All right, welcome to hockey school. Will O'Donnell is the teacher today. I just want to learn enough so I know what I'm watching.
Professor O'Donnell, I prefer.
Professor. All right, Professor O'Donnell.
My doctorate is in hockeyology.
Hockeyology? Okay.
Okay, so as you can see, I don't know if you can see this, I have 5 chapters ready for Luann here, for her extending her hockey knowledge. The first is face-offs. Now you see this in the beginning of the game, when an offside occurs, some penalties.
I don't know what an offside is.
That's chapter 3.
Oh, okay. All right, so face-off. Okay, after an offside, whatever that is.
In the beginning of the game, we'll start by introducing the rink to you, okay?
Okay.
So there are 3 zones to the rink.
Okay.
Okay, you've got your, assuming that your goalie is standing here, you've got your defending zone right here.
Okay.
You've got the neutral zone in between the 2 blue lines here.
Okay.
And the attacking zone.
Okay.
So, I mean, you would obviously defend in this zone and attack in this zone, and this is the neutral zone where both teams are neutral.
Okay.
So, in the beginning of the game, the puck drop occurs, and there's what's called a face-off. Do you know what a power play is?
No.
No? Any idea?
No.
Any guess?
Power play. Is that, does one team have more people than the other?
Right. So basically, in football, what happens when you get an infraction or a penalty? What they do is they remove yards from your drive. Okay. But since that doesn't really work for hockey, what they do is they kind of do this thing called the power play. So the player that commits the infraction is sent off the ice, and the coach is not allowed to put anybody in there. There is no power play.
Oh.
So let's say 2 players get in a fight, they both get 5-minute majors, it's still 5-on-5, it's not 5-on-4.
Well, what's the penalty for a major?
A major is 5 minutes, so if you get 5 minutes for fighting. You can get a double major, in which that has power play added to it.
Okay.
I see you're kind of confused. What are your questions here?
Okay, so the major, but you just said you don't have a power play during a major.
Well, a 5-minute fighting major, you don't have a power play. It'll be 5-on-5 because usually there will be 2 people fighting.
Well, what's the penalty? I don't get it. What's the penalty for a major?
That player is not allowed to re-enter the ice for 5 minutes. So let's say Chris Pronger gets in the fight. He has to go sit in the penalty box for 5 minutes.
Right.
He's allowed to be replaced, but he can't leave.
But that doesn't seem so major.
Right.
As opposed to the minor.
Depending on what you're. I mean, if it's a major.
I don't get it.
It's. Let's say, okay, tomorrow night, if Chris Pronger punches Dustin Byfuglien in the face, which I hope happens for God's sake, if he punches him in the face, he'll get what's called a 5-minute major. So he'll go off the ice, and that's a major, major, major disadvantage for the Flyers because Chris Pronger is arguably the best player.
Okay, so that's the penalty.
They'll still have all 5 players, but they won't have him.
Okay.
And that's a recipe for disaster for the Flyers.
I see. Okay, I understand.
Okay.
Okay.
Chapter 3, offsides. Now, if you thought you were confused with power plays,
Yeah.
you're about to be completely stunned by what
No,
I'm
I
about
think
to
I
tell
have the power plays.
you. Yeah. Offsides is, I'm going to try to explain as best I can. Now we're going back to our diagram here. You have 3 zones. Okay, you got, assuming your goalie is here, you've got your defending, your neutral, and your attacking. So notice these 2 blue lines here and this red dotted line. So here's what we're doing. Okay. So I'll start this out. A lot of the time, what you'll see is Jeff Carter, especially, he plays wing. I mean, usually he plays center, but in this postseason, because of injuries, he's playing wing. What he'll do is he's so fast that he'll zoom up here, okay? And if one of these defensemen have the puck, they'll try to pass it to him because he's zooming down here so he can come in and score.
Right.
A lot of the times, Jeff Carter will get caught offsides. What that means is, what the refs try to do is protect from what's called 2-line passes, okay?
Okay.
So you got your lines here.
Right.
That prevents, basically, if you are behind this red line and you pass 2 lines ahead, that's offsides.
Okay.
If you are, you can always pass backwards, no matter how many lines you want to. You can always pass backwards.
Right.
But when you're going forwards,
you can't pass more than 2 lines.
Correct. So a person can carry the puck into the attacking zone himself, no matter what. You can always do that.
But you can't pass it.
You can't pass it in unless both of your skates are in front of the line.